Gude. Today let's talk on privacy in voice assistants. And yes, I can hear your thoughts. Boo! Boring! And yes, you are right, but nevertheless it is an important topic. But I try to focus on the big questions, such as what is the definition for privacy? Do we automatically get over privacy concerns when we ignore them long enough and get used to it? What's special to privacy when it comes to voice assistants or voice technology in general? Is a privacy-aware voice assistant the same as the capability to run completely offline? Can a voice assistant run completely offline? And if so, is it still a smart voice assistant or more a simple pimped timer with a voice interface? And can open source help on that? So that is what it's going to be about in this video. Boring! Come on!
Gude. Hacky, techy, nerd stuff. Open voice enthusiast. Open voice, open future.
The questions I will share with you the next minutes are just my personal thoughts. So please, let's discuss in the comments on your thoughts when it comes to privacy and voice assistants. And yes, I will not have any answer to these big questions. And that is because these topics are highly personal and individual. So I can just call some questions that came into my mind. You have to find your personal answers yourself. If you like that type of video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, hit the notification bell. This would really help me a lot and is highly appreciated. And I promise the next video will be more of a technical walkthrough again. When we are talking about privacy, first thing is, what is the definition for privacy? So I've looked up to Wikipedia for privacy, and it's a long and great article. And there's one section called Control Your Personal Data. And it's not really surprising, whatever we publish or send to the internet, we gave up control. So this is how the internet works, sending request data, getting response data. So that's technically not the problem. It's more to be concerned of the type of data we send. And this is highly personal perspective. For some people, it might be too personal to send address data, financial data, photos, videos, or obviously voice data. So this is depending on what you think. But in general, whatever you push to the internet, you gave up control, and that's a privacy concern. First, think, then send. Well, that's a good one. Do we automatically get over privacy concerns when we ignore them long enough and get used to technical stuff? Let's go back some years in time when the first generation of smartphones got famous. People were curious and a little bit critical. Do I really want to carry a device nearby my body with an active microphone and camera? And these were good questions. But today, nobody really is asking these questions anymore. We are taking these smartphones to really private places. Honestly, do you take your smartphone with you to the restrooms and read news while being in the restrooms? There isn't probably a more private space you can take these devices with you. And it's not just the smartphones. We use smartwatches collecting health data, really private and personal data. Smart televisions, which we connect to the internet to stream our movie content from the internet. And there are smart TVs with cameras embedded. And these smart TVs, they watch us while we're watching movies. And if we fell asleep on the couch, these TVs will automatically go to standby, which is technically totally cool. But isn't it at least a little bit creepy? I mean, all I can say is, there is no right or wrong by buying cool technical IoT gadgets. But we should really think 2 minutes before buying IoT gadgets and think another 2 minutes before entering the Wi-Fi password to these devices? Does it make a difference for privacy reasons when we talk on voice assistants or other IoT devices? For comparison reason, let's say we connect a smart kitchen device to our Wi-Fi for automatically downloading cool receipts, for example, and compared to a voice assistant with microphone or maybe in addition a camera on board. Does this make a difference for you? For me it does, because the kitchen machine probably, or the tech company behind that kitchen machine, they see probably that I should cook and eat healthier food, but they do not see and hear me eating because that's too private. A voice assistant might hear and see me, and that is another, for me at least, but please tell me your thoughts in the comments. For me at least, that's a whole other level of privacy. Is it more that you do not want your voice, so the pitch, the tone, whatever, be transferred to the internet? Or is it more that you are afraid of the sentences, the context, parts of private discussions to be recorded and transferred to the internet? Which probably makes a difference. Do you not want your voice samples, just by the voice samples, to be online? Or are you curious? Hopefully no private discussions were recorded. We are talking on technical gadgets. These technical gadgets might fail for some reasons. Let's say a false positive wake word detection. So parts of a private discussion could be recorded and transferred to the cloud. But that probably just can happen by a technical issue. I'm not connected to Mycroft AI as a company, but I'm happy to be an active member on their community. And I often see new people that join the Mycroft community because they see that Mycroft is a privacy-aware voice assistant. And then they are curious why Mycroft requires internet access by default to run. So the question is a privacy-aware voice assistant the same as the capability to run completely offline? And in my thoughts personally, no. How can we ensure that we trust a voice assistant? And for this, open source is a good way, because we can benefit from great speech recognition and speech synthesis by using cloud resources. But we can take a look if we are in the technology, so it's not too easy, but we have the possibility at least to look into the code, see which type of data is collected or is prepared and then sent to the cloud. It's not a black box. We can see what's happening and can decide on this knowledge, do I want to use it or not? So for me, a privacy-aware voice assistant does not automatically mean running offline by default. One of my next videos probably will be to play around with Mycroft and to see which components require internet access by default and how can I replace every of these components with local running services. If you do not want to miss this, please subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell and let me know in the comments. Can a voice assistant run offline? Yes. Okay. No, just kidding. But yeah, a voice assistant can run offline. Will it be as good, at least when it comes to the voice processing parts, will it be as good as if it would use cloud resources? Might depend on your personal language, but in general I would say no. So it's a compromise. At least when it comes to Mycroft, I can replace that cloud components with locally hosted services. But it should be okay for me that the quality of speech recognition or speech synthesis might be not as good as when I use cloud services. But in general, I can use a voice assistant like Mycroft completely offline. There's one other aspect to host a local backend, but that is another topic. Even if I host the speech parts locally, speech recognition, speech synthesis, Is this voice assistant still smart? Because I cannot access cloud resources. So what can I do? Setting a timer, alerts, probably add stuff to shopping lists. So this is probably possible when running offline. But asking a Wikipedia skill, asking for the latest news and stuff like that won't probably work if you do not enable internet access for your voice assistant. So yes, a voice assistant can run offline, but we have to accept that the voice processing parts might not be as good as when we use cloud resources, and we lose some of the smart features. But this might depend on your use case. For example, if you run a locally home assistant, a smart home software solution, which runs offline and locally, and your voice assistant runs offline and locally, and these two components, so Home Assistant on the smart home side and Mycroft on the voice assistant side, talk with each other, this might be a perfect use case. Let me know in the comments if this would be an interesting topic to make a video about. So that's been my video today, and sorry, no funny cat content, it's just a boring but important topic. And yes, I know I couldn't provide any type of answer, but this privacy topic is so highly personal and individual. I just can call out the questions that came in my mind. You have to find your personal answers to these questions. And we are living in a world that is getting smarter and smarter, smarter gadgets and devices all around us. But let's be the smartest device of all by thinking before buying and entering Wi-Fi passwords to IoT gadgets. So that's it. If you liked that video, please give it a thumb up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. Hit the notification bell. Let's discuss in a comment on this important topic. And if you like, we might see us next time. Bye!